There's a lot of us.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. I'll look at Thorgil and I say, you better follow her. She's gonna come back and get you.
Yeah, so
Alright.
she guides you all out, and she's like waving at you all, and then like she's like come on, 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 and she's like we've actually kept like we haven't re-rented it. We cleaned all the blood and stuff like that, but if you want to see it, like there's still the rakes in the walls. We haven't like recovered the walls or anything like that. You know, like no new like wallpaper or anything. So if you're investigating, at least we have that. Oh, and she sits there and she goes, oh, and Papa has some of the blood that he found. He was able to isolate all the different types of blood in the room. So if you want to speak to him, he still has slides that you can investigate as far as that goes. And then she sits there and she goes, by the way, brother, how do you like my hair?
I'll grumble.
She's like, really? It's totally the fashion. Ever since we saw Leighton do the blue hair thing, like I had to one up him, and because I know that like you and him, like you were friends, but then you weren't friends, and I had to one up him, and he had this shock blue like white like light hair. So I'm like, what's cooler than light blue? Pink.
He would stifle his initial reaction and say it complements your coloring.
Oh, and she runs over and she hugs you. She's like, I knew you would like it. I didn't know when you'd be back, so I've been constantly dyeing my hair like every 3 days to make sure that it's perfect pink for when you came home.
That's a lot of dye.
I'm fucking done with this shit.
A lot of
This is D&D. He wants to kill dragons and be in a dirty dungeon, and we're over here at the Weasleys.
Oh dear.
All right. So
yeah, I would say to Thorgil that you might want to go speak to my father. He probably knows more about this than anybody.
Yeah, and immediately, like when you say that, she's like, oh, hello, Thorgil, and like she immediately like slides her way over, and she's like, Beavis didn't mention anything about you to me. She's like, and then she like paused and she goes, actually, what are all of your names? Beavis. Actually, she wouldn't say, but she just, brother, you didn't tell me anything about any of your friends. Who are all of these people?
Friends is a bit strong. Forward.
I would point to Riley, and I'd be like, I don't know what his backstory is, but I like him. He's got a cool squirrel. I'll point to Thorgil, be like, he's a bit stuffy, but he makes awesome beer. She's an assassin. I still think he might be evil. And there's an elf around here somewhere. I think she's a junkie.
Ask for Malkin. Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
guess he's on my shoulder.
might be evil, but I like his dragon.
Yeah. So
Explain.
when you do all that, she immediately she sees Riley sitting on or Riley she sees
Rocky?
Rocky sitting on your shoulder, and she's like, oh my god, he's so cute, and she's come here, and Rocky like sits there, and you hear like this chittering, and then he glides over and lands in her pink hair and starts like swirling around in her hair, and she's like losing her fucking mind. She's like, this is the best day ever.
I'll turn and be like, she's young, just like let her do her thing.
I'd like to look at the rest of the party. What did you guys put in my breakfast?
Ecstasy.
Yeah. So you progress on over to one of the dormitory areas, and essentially the way it works is it's an offshoot, kind of like a like the mansion is its own entity, but then there's like added wings to it. where the students stay, and there's like so basically there's laboratories on the bottom floor, the first floor, and then there's like dorms all the way up. So that way students can constantly have immediate access to dorm or to laboratories to work their experiments, quarantine their experiments, control their shit, and constantly be working, because that's how gnomes work. Like half their life is basically figuring out the mysterium of the world. And she's like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And she's like, still like at this point, she probably has like Rocky like in her hand, and she's like petting him, like waving, and then she like pets him. And like the petting's way too fast. Like you can see, like Rocky's like slightly agitated because like she's petting him way too quickly. But he's still getting petted, so he's not sure. He's like, I like this, I hate this, I like this, I hate this, I like this, I hate this. Like as she's petting him, and she finally reaches the door, and it's a classic like wooden door, fogged glass, so that there's no information given away, because gnomes are very secretive about their information. And she rattles.
Wait, gnomes are secretive about their information? You mean like their high level research?
Yeah, their research until they
Right.
publish it, because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
okay.
want to put your name on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Once your name's on it, you want everybody to know.
Then you want everyone to know the cool shit that you built. So she goes to open it, and she goes, hey, that's weird. This should have been open. And she quickly like waves her hand over the doorknob, and she whispers into it, and you hear a click as it unlocks, and then almost immediately after you hear a from the door handle. And she goes to like, she's like, what? And she goes to turn it, and it won't open. And she looks back at me, and she's like, this has never happened. I'm so much better.
I missed
than
it.
this.
Where are we trying to get into?
The room with the
lab,
murder.
the lab
Yeah,
where
that's what I
the kids got killed. The gnomes, the gnomes that were enrolled in the Lightburn College.
So is it a glass door? Is that what?
It's the classic like boarding school door where it's like wooden, but it's got that really
Okay.
large like glass pane that says like laboratory.
Okay.
7.
Like
on it.
frosted glass or?
Yeah, frosted glass. You can't see through it because you got to hide the research until it's ready
Yeah.
to be published. But she
I
goes
guess
to
I would
open
try and open it and see if I can be successful the same way
Yeah,
she was.
you twist it, and it's like jammed. Like the doorknob doesn't turn. Obviously, she used something to like kind of open it, and it's just it's you know.
Can I try and recognize what magic was used to seal it?
Do you have a detect magic?
Don't Valor, don't you have something like that?
Yes.
Then I would probably know that, so I guess I would gesture to Balor and be like, can you figure out what's going on here, bro? Also, Beavis has got to get Detect Magic. It's crazy out of character that he doesn't have that.
Let's see. How would it work?
I have no idea.
One of my
Detect magic,
invocations
cast it,
is-
and then I tell you a bunch of shit about it.
Okay. Well, it's Eldritch Sight, so I just
Oh, yours is different. Yeah.
yeah, it's invocation.
Oh, so you can just kind of see it?
I don't think it's all the time.
He
I
like
think I
he
do
whispers
cast
some
it.
words, and then his eyes
Yeah.
glaze up, kind of.
So yeah, I guess I guess technically just cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, so you see two different types of magic when you do this. You see that there was a magic to lock the door to try to prevent magic. And then you see a magic which is probably what Shill cast. Shill's the sister. Which was basically a unlock the door magic.
Okay.
I don't remember the spell names, but
Knock.
that's essentially what you see. Like knock, yeah, knock among the spells. But her magic didn't work.
Huh.
Like it worked. But like you see that the spell went off, it functioned, but the door is obviously locked and not open. She tried it, you saw it. She cast the thing, she knocked on the door, she twisted the knob, and you heard a kink, and then nothing.
So she didn't introduce herself to us, so we don't actually know her name other than Beavis, correct?
You probably would have heard it in us chittering to each other, right?
I mean, Beavis probably been like Shill or Sister,
Okay.
Occasionally between. So you probably know that her name is Shill.
Oh.
Garden?
Mm-hmm. They had a.
That's when you know you're an
pack at
alcoholic,
Costco.
is when you can see like half or like a quarter of the bottle and immediately recognize
You know?
color.
Do you know it's pronounced Hoegaarden, not Hoegaarden?
Yeah.
Screw
It's
that.
just-
I'm still calling it Hoegaarden, but it's technically pronounced
You
Hoegaarden.
can't. I've tried saying it in Hugarden,
No,
and
It's Hoegaarden.
like
It's Hoegaarden.
people look at me weird when I say
this
that.
Is,
I'm
this is America. It's Hoegaarden.
yeah, exactly.
Where we grow all of our hoes. Till they flower them.
It's got the umlaut over the U, which means you're supposed to make an E sound. So you say
No umlaut. No umlaut.
There's no umlauts?
No, it's
I thought there was an
bullshit.
umlaut.
Nope, it's definitely Hoegaarden, but the packaging says you're
It's
supposed to say Hoegaarden. Whatever, that's way off topic.
Because umlaut changes the verbiage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I've been saying Hoegaarden.
So, is there another way? Is there another way into the lab?
I'll squint and look at it. It's like, well, I could see
The
two
problem the
badges.
door's locked, or just
Oh, so you'll explain that you
magic
can see a
isn't
lock.
responding.
Yeah, so Balar, you know that there was a magic that kept this locked.
So she casts like a power 7 knock, and there's like a power 8 lock on it. Like it's just the lock is more powerful than.
Something like that, yeah. And so when she twisted the knob to go in, she essentially broke the knob, so she couldn't access it.
Alrighty, Plan B.
Oh.
Which might have been part of the
If
magic.
we were
not-
to find a way to get rid of the magic, can we still use the door then? Or is like the knob broken?
Now she kind of snapped something in it. You heard the
But
the
This
kink
isn't
of-
like a security door, right? Like we could just kind
This
of
is a
take the
lab.
hinges off.
Like-
Yeah.
I mean, it has some security. Like, it has a lock on it for people that are intended to use it, but it's not like they're being, like... I mean, the Lightbringer house kind of has this, like, trustworthiness concept to it, where it's like, you have a key, you enter. You don't have a key, you don't enter. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. If we find out you fucking broke the rules, you're expelled and chastised, and your name is published across all of Gaznik. Like, kind of
So if we could circumvent the magic, we could get in.
Can I
Nate,
pick the lock?
go for it.
I don't know what to roll to
I
pick the lock.
Sleight of
prepared
hand.
this spell.
I feel like
so-
you're gonna get.
I mean, I have Tinker's, or I have Thieves' Tools.
That's what I do too.
So you just click the Thieves' Tool button if you have it on your tool thing.
Yeah, Thieves' Tools would do it because you get proficiency with it.
Proficiency, yeah.
Oh, I don't have that on there.
You should have thieves tools if you're in.
I have
assassin,
these
right?
tools. I just don't have it.
There's
set
no
as
macro
like
to click it.
He didn't.
No, it's just a thing.
That's weird. Because I can click on my Tinker's tools. My
Yeah,
Tinker's
it's
tools.
weird. You don't even have it. You have disguise and
Where it says tool proficiencies, you can click that plus and probably drag them over from the compendium.
yeah, Nate's missing that. It's a dex check, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's a Dex attribute.
And it's close enough as far as things go. So let me just make sure that the mathematics work. So he rolled. Oh, that was Beavis. 20 plus 3. Valium has a dexterity plus 3. You should also have another 3, so that should technically be a 13. Well,
Okay.
I'll fix that later. Tinker's tools won't do this.
No, I was just trying to prove that the
Yeah, I
macro
think it's
works.
just that it works.
Right.
Everyone just garbage and doesn't.
I'm not just like taking a hammer and tapping the door.
It's the golden eye thing, or a guy, the CIA agent is just sitting there on his bug, just hitting things with a hammer, puts a stake in it, and then just rams it with a sledgehammer, and it starts right up.
There you go.
Yeah, so Valium, you quickly like walk over and you unroll this very long, like 2-foot roll of different like thieves' tools
It's
of
comical.
all the different sorts. It's comical if you didn't realize the required intricacy of everything that Valium has.
There's a purpose.
but there is a purpose for any and